Okay, this is Chapter 1-4 assignment. This is an introduction to the JOptionPane class. And so what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take notes on a Google Doc, and then you'll be submitting a Google Doc. So if you want to get that set up right now, you might want to pause this and get Google Docs ready to go. Then you will be allowed to use these notes for an in-class exercise that we'll do during the next class. So during the next class we'll do an exercise that will use this information, but the only thing you can use is your own notes. You should follow along with the video while in JGrasp. So if you don't have JGrasp open, you should get that open at this time. You can pause this, get JGrasp open. Okay, then that way you'll be able to see what we're doing. You'll be able to experience it all. If you don't have JGrasp installed yet, follow along using Google Docs. You can type the exercise, the example, in Google Docs just in the same way. It's better in JGrasp because you'll be able to compile and run things and see it for yourself. Okay, so for your notes, these are things that you need to know that would be good to have in your notes. And again, don't forget to pause whenever you need to be able to write things down. The first thing is that JOption class can be used to display messages on the screen using a dialog box. So instead of being right on the screen, screen like normal, it will be actually in the form of a dialog box. The JOptionPane method provides an alternative to print statements. So you would use a JOptionPane method to print instead of using a print statement. Using the JOptionPane requires an import statement above the class header. So we talked about that earlier. So this is what the import statement will need to say. It will need to say import javax.swing.JOptionPane and then a semicolon. And the capitalization has to be just like I have it. So only the J, the O, and the P are capitalized. Then, to use JOptionPane as a print statement, you need the following. So instead of a system.out.println, you will go JOptionPane, which I have right here, .show message dialog. And so the capitalization has to match. The J, the O, and the P are capitalized, and then the message is capitalized with an M, and then dialog is capitalized with a D. Then in your set of parentheses, just like a print statement has parentheses, so does a JOptionPane. And the very first, what we call argument of the parentheses would be null, N-U-L-L, and followed by a comma. And then the next argument would be what you want to print, and which we will put something in there later. And then, so it's just like a print statement, but it's a print statement actually attached to a JOptionPane message dialog. Alright, so now with either in JOptionPane or in Google Docs, then to get this started, what I need you to do is type this class header, just like this. So this is a basic class template. We have the class header, so type it like I do, with your main method and a print statement. Go ahead and type the print statement in there. And the braces, just like this. And so I'm going to, so you might want to pause it and then do that and then get it to this point. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start using the JOptionPane. So what we do is we go up to the first line and click in front of public and press enter, because this is where import statements go. So import, I-M-P-O-R-T. This is a reserved word. This is the kind that you can't use to name a class and things. And notice it turns a separate color. So import, and then it's javax.swing .JOptionPane, and then the semicolon. Alright, so you need an import statement, and we'll talk about that in class, but it's basically importing specifically this class that can be used. Now we're down here, so we have everything's normal, and then you come up here and we have a print statement. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the next line down, in fact 2 lines down from the print statement, and we're going to print welcome to Java dialog boxes, however in a dialog box. So if you'll remember, we need to go JOptionPane dot show, all lowercase on the show, dot, or not, sorry, not dot, and then message with a capital M, and then dialog with a capital D, and then null, and then now we can just go up here and copy the literal string in the print statement and paste it right here in the second argument of the JOptionPane line here. Finish with your ending parenthesis and semicolon, just like a print statement. Alright, so that is how that goes. This is a JOptionPane show message dialog, and so we're going to now, what I forgot to have you do is you want to do a save as, and save it as, and it should give you the option to, it should be the name as the identifier or the name of the class, right, JOptionIntro. So go ahead and save that, and then get back to the video. Now that you've got it saved, now we can compile it, and hopefully there's no messages. However, I have a message. And so I have an unclosed comment, and that is down here. Sheesh. So I'm going to fix that right now. Alright, let's compile it again, and now I'm good. Alright, so now once you've compiled it and you run it, and so you can see down here it did the print statement, welcome to Java dialog boxes. But up here in the dialog box it says welcome to Java dialog boxes. So you can see the effect of the JOptionPane. And so you click on OK to get rid of it, and then the operation is complete. So what you'll need to do is bring your notes, or you'll need to have notes on a Google Doc that shows that you went through the example and you took notes, and then submit that Google Doc for the assignment. And then tomorrow in class, or the next class period, then you will use those notes to complete an exercise using Java dialog boxes. So that's it.